Is the American dream dead? Well, for a lot of people, the American dream is simply evolving. That single-family home with the white picket fence is no longer affordable for many people in this environment. What we're seeing with home prices having changed the way that they have, people are having to get creative, and we're seeing buyers do just that. 15% of home buyers in the United States are now buying with someone that is not a spouse. So that means a relative, a friend, a group of friends buying together, and someone who's not a romantic partner. This is great because it makes the cost of each bedroom just much more affordable for people, but it certainly does include some complications. Our real estate team is handling many more situations like this where people are buying outside of romantic relationships. And what we're finding is that there are challenges when you have two different groups of people coming together to buy a property. And it's important that if you're planning to engage in something like this, you want to make sure you can protect yourself. We're going to give you 4 very important things to keep in mind as you enter this type of purchase. It's super important that you have the cost broken down very clearly and you have a clear arrangement for who's going to pay what and exactly what the relationship would look like if you want to exit this co-ownership. It goes without saying that having a real estate attorney involved early in the process is very important. Make sure that the deed is held in the proper format. Tenants in common is the way that most people are structuring these type of arrangements. But obviously in New York City, it gets a little bit tricky around co-op purchases where they do not have a deed. When it comes to speaking with your bank, make sure that your bank is okay with this arrangement and let them know in advance what the structure is. Make sure that they know you're not filing tax returns together, and make sure that everything is just out in the open as you enter the process. And of course, make sure that you're very clear on who's going to pay for what if there are future costs associated with the property. Some people suggest breaking down each ownership part into percent interests. This way, if something breaks, you're responsible for a certain percentage of it. That may be easier than arguing about the numbers after the fact, but make sure it's very clear that there's a structure in advance for reserve because things always go wrong with a property and you don't want to be caught off guard. So maybe the model of the Golden Girls where people get together and live together, especially in an environment where people are, of course, getting older, and then some people are deciding not to have children, not getting married at all. Maybe that utopia, that adorable little house that we remember on TV is actually a model for the future. If you're considering doing something like this or you've actually done this successfully, let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear more about your experience.